Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my February perfume tray update. This is going to be the fragrances that I have been wearing for the first half of February. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you love all things girly, beauty, fragrance, self-care, body care, go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss out on my future uploads. I upload 3 to 4 times a week, so I would love to have you back. So with that said, let's jump into this perfume tray update. So let's jump right into the tray update. I have about 9 fragrances to update you guys on. I have a funny story time, and these are the fragrances that I have really been enjoying this first half of the month. Let's start off with one of the newest additions to my collection, and this is Marc Jacobs Daisy Love Pop. I've been picking it up quite a bit. I've been layering it with the pistache body butter from Amazon, and they go together so beautifully. I ordered the pistache fragrance and somehow it got lost or something, and I got tired of waiting and I canceled the order. But let me know if that one's worth having. Here is the fragrance. This fragrance is so pretty. It's so cute. So I got this one mainly because of the pistachio note, but I will say that it's not something that you need in your collection. If you already have a Daisy Love in your collection, the scent profile is pretty similar, so it's not going to be something super different. But in that mid, the pistachio does come through and it's gorgeous, and I love the way that it is done because you still get the cloudberry, so you get like this tart fruitiness along with the pistachio, so it's kind of like a very feminine girly fragrance. It's a little floral, yet it's a little gourmand at the same time, but it's not too thick, so it's something that you can definitely wear year round. I've been wearing it now, but I think that it's going to be even better in spring and summer because it does have like that spring summery vibe to it. And when you first spray this fragrance, at least to my nose, it opens up with that Daisy Love DNA because they all have the cloudberry note in the opening. And then give it like a minute or less than a minute, and the nuttiness from the pistachio is going to start coming through. And that's honestly my favorite part. It's the pistachio that I picked up from Kayali Yum pistachio gelato without turning soapy, because unfortunately Kayali's pistachio gelato does turn soapy on my skin since like I first got it. This one keeps that nuttiness, but then it's floral and it's very, very feminine. So really cute scent. Perfect for springtime. It's going to be one that I finish quick because I usually go through these Daisy Loves pretty quickly. This is not for those people who want a beast mode fragrance or who want a super long lasting fragrance. This is more of an easy reach. I'm gonna go grocery shopping, I'm gonna run some errands, I'm gonna go to the mall, get my nails done, pick up the kids from school, like just your daily activities, and you still want to smell really good. So this is perfect for that type of scent. I really like it for every day. Very easy reach fragrance. The longevity for this is literally like 2 to 3 hours, 4 max. Not super long lasting. So yeah, that's kind of what you're gonna get with this one. I didn't do a ranking today. I started so unorganized with this video, so hold up, because I actually have, I believe, 2 declutters. So let's rewind. We're gonna keep our thoughts on this one, but I completely forgot about like my little format for these videos. So I usually start off by letting you guys know if there's any declutters. I want to give you guys a heads up. This upcoming week or this week, I'm not sure when, I'm going to be posting some fragrances on my MERCARI because there's been so many new releases. There's so much new stuff coming into my collection. So I have been doing a lot of cleaning, a lot of getting rid of a few things. It's not like a major declutter. I'm not even sure if I should do a video, but I am going to be decluttering True from this tray that took me a lot of thinking. I kept telling you guys that I was going back and forth with my Killian Rolling in Love. This is going to be leaving my collection, you guys. Not because it's a bad fragrance at all. As you can see, there is a dent in this fragrance, but I also have Scarlet Poppy, and I feel like these two are super duper similar. Now, I did have someone in the comments section tell me Killian's Rolling in Love lasts longer than Scarlet Poppy, and I agree. This one does last longer, but I prefer the scent of this. When I'm wearing this one, I feel like it's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing about Scarlet Poppy. It's these two are like very almost like vanilla, almondy, powdery, very like romantic type of fragrances, very feminine, very beautiful, not too sexy. It's more of like a perfect date night if you're gonna go out with your husband or your partner, boyfriend, anything, but you want it to be a more like intimate type of setting. You're gonna be close to each other. It's a really nice type of fragrance. Now, Rolling in Love has always had something that I wasn't crazy about, and I've never been able to put my finger on what it is. It's a beautiful fragrance, but since they are so similar, I wanted to make up my mind on which one I preferred, and I made up my mind, and that is Scarlet Poppy. So I'm going to be keeping Scarlet Poppy in my collection, and I'm going to be decluttering Rolling in Love. So this is going to be listed in my Mercari sometime soon, in the next couple days, I would say. After, I'm pretty sure it will be after this video goes live, but yeah, I'm going to be posting this one. So the longevity is better on this one. Very feminine, beautiful, almondy, almost like a light cherry vibe, even though there's no cherry in here. My heart is just with Scarlet Poppy. So I am going to be keeping Scarlet Poppy. This one's going to be leaving my collection. And, you know, every time I think about it, I'm like, I don't know. Like, this one was one of the first... Is this my first Killian that I purchased? I don't remember if it was Angel Share or this one, but yeah. I was so happy when I got this. I don't know. I prefer Scarlet Poppy. That's all I could say. And the next one that's going to be leaving my collection is Lancome Idole Nectar. So I have literally just gotten rid of all of my idols. I always end up like trying to find something to love about them, but I feel like for some reason these are very headache inducing for me. I have been getting more sensitive with fragrances, so it's kind of sad because I'm such a fragrance lover, but at the same time it's very easy for me to get headaches. It's very easy for something to almost give me a migraine. Like, if a fragrance has this sharpness to it, I will be done for a few hours. Like, I would have to take some pills because I'll get a headache. And this one, when I first got it, I used to love layering it with my Cheirosa 72 because this does have like a caramel note to it. So it's rose. There's so much rose in this. The opening is like 3 different types of roses in this fragrance. And then you get like this salty note because I believe there's caramel and popcorn, which at first I didn't get. When I first got this fragrance, I didn't really pick up on the popcorn note, but now I kind of pick up on it more. But then the rose is also like beast. Like, this is very strong rose. It's very feminine, it's very pretty, but if you're sensitive like me, this might give you a headache. I tried to wear this, it was not cute. So I am going to be getting rid of this one, even though I absolutely think that the bottle is so cute and I love everything about it, but can't do that one. So those are the only 2 right now that are going to be leaving my collection from the tray. The other fragrances that I'm going to declutter are just fragrances that I was going through my collection and decided to get rid of. So jumping back into the fragrances, I don't know if I'm going to rank them because I love all of these a lot, honestly. I really do. So we already talked about Daisy Love Pop, and I pretty much also talked to you guys about Scarlet Poppy. Love this. I just feel like this one's smoother to me, and there's that note in Rolling in Love that bothers me is not in here. This one's more smooth, it's more refined, powdery. It's perfect. Like, I don't have no complaints with Scarlet Poppy, except that I wish it lasted a little longer. But there's days that it lasts long, and then there's days that I feel like it doesn't. Super weird, but I love this. This is one of my top fragrances. I wouldn't say it's sexy, but then there is a touch of like this sensual, very woman, feminine energy in here, along with like romantic, powdery vanilla. It's beautiful. This next one, you guys, I didn't pick this up since I think last year when I was in Puerto Rico. I wore this for Mother's Day. I wore it like around spring and summer a little bit, and then I put it down and I didn't pick it up anymore until this month. And when I tell you, this is underrated. This is an underrated fragrance. This is Givenchy's Irresistible. This is the EDP version. I've never tried any of the other ones. I know that there is an EDT version and there is a new release that's called Irresistible. I think it's very floral. If you've tried that one, let me know how you like it because I'm very curious about it. I went to Ulta the other day and they had it there, but they had them locked up. So I didn't feel like calling someone just to smell the fragrance, but I'm very curious about that one. But the name is a little scary because it's called very floral, so I'm not sure if I would like it. But this, you guys, beautiful is just the only, like, when I smell this, I think crisp, juicy, beautiful, definitely beautiful, delicate, pretty. It's so pretty. It's romantic. This is to me like a perfect Valentine's Day gift, a perfect when you have to gift a woman a fragrance, like for Mother's Day, for Valentine's Day, that type of thing. This is so gorgeous. When I wore it, I was just like, why haven't I worn this in so long? It lasts for freaking ever. I put this on one night and I woke up the next morning. My pillow, my sheets, I was smelling like it. My skin was still smelling like it, but it's not like super strong and screechy or anything like that. It's just the perfect scent bubble where people will smell it, you will smell it, but it's just enjoyable. It's very pink. I think of the color pink with this. And I also think of like very watery. I wouldn't say fruity, but something very watery. I'm thinking it's the pear in here. It just gives it like this very watery feel to it, along with juicy, delicate. I believe there's rose in here, but it's perfection. Yeah, there's pear and ambrette. And if you guys know, if you guys been here for a while, you know that ambrette is my favorite musk because I feel like it carries a fragrance perfectly. Some musk can be a little too much. Ambrette is just very misty to me. That's kind of the way that I like to describe it. Misty, airy, and then you smell like that pear gives it that juiciness, and then there's rose and iris, so you do get like a little bit of a powdery touch in there, and that's where that delicate, very feminine, classy vibe comes in. And then the base is musk and Virginia cedar. It's a very balanced, beautiful fragrance. This is perfect if you want to wear it for Valentine's Day, if you want to wear it for date night, for just anything. It's just a very pretty scent. You're just gonna smell beautiful. What a good fragrance. Next up, another one that I've just been loving, loving, loving. This one, I held it up to the light and it's already like up to here. This is Sabrina Carpenter's Sweet Tooth. So here is the packaging. It looks like a little bar of chocolate. This one reminds me a lot of Warm Vanilla Sugar from Bath and Body Works. It also reminds me a lot of Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. So if you're the type of girl who loves that, if you love MAC Creme de Nude. MAC Creme de Nude is a little bit more, I would say, a little more unique because I believe it has a suede note in it. So that one does smell a little bit more grown up. This one smells like very young and flirty and perfect for bedtime, for movie night, for cuddling, for being at home. I do wish that it lasted a little bit longer because when I do spray it, I feel like I don't pick up as much. So that's the only complaint I have about this one. Like, I will spray it and I will wear it, which I don't have a perfume on today, so. And it'll smell so good, but then I would say like in a couple hours, it's not going to be as there. So this is one that you do have to reapply a lot. That's the only downside to this fragrance, but the scent itself is very gourmand, it's sugary, it's sweet, it's intoxicating, so good. I know there's chocolate in here, but to me, I do pick that up a little bit, but it's more of like a burnt sugar and vanilla with like a little bit of like also like a woody touch in there, but very soft. So yeah, this one's so good. I would recommend this one more for like everyday wear, but not anywhere where you want your fragrance to last a really long time. That's the only thing I would say about Sweet Tooth, but it's very affordable. So if you want to layer it with something like Warm Vanilla Sugar from Bath and Body Works to make it last a little bit longer, that will work. And it smells very gourmand, sweet, sugary, fluffy. Love it. It's a favorite. Next up, we have Giorgio Armani Si Passione Eclat. Dent on this one is also getting a little bigger. Ooh, this one, I have a lot of layering combos coming up at the end of the month. Oh, I love this one. This one is another rose fragrance that I approve of because I'm very picky with rose. The way that it is done in here, it's not cloying. It doesn't give me a headache. It's not too sharp or screechy. It is the perfect mix of woody rose and fruitiness. It's juicy. It has kind of like that misty quality that I was talking about that I love in fragrances. It reminds me of shampoo, of you coming out of the shower after you had like an everything shower. You washed your hair and your hair smells amazing. And this is one of the very few fragrances with blackcurrant that I really love. Like that the blackcurrant is actually there and I love it. So it opens up with blackcurrant and bergamot, and then there's rose in the middle, and then you have white musk and Madagascar vanilla. And this one, I have heard some people say that it does not last on them, and surprisingly enough, this one lasts me all night. When I do a overnight wear test, I wake up the next day, smell it on my skin, smell it on my clothes, on my PJs, and it's just very feminine, but I feel like it's like in a very flirty, sexy way. Like it's very almost seductive, but not deep or dark. It's still very fruity shampoo, but with a little bit of that vanilla and the woodiness in here. I'm not too sure where that woody touch is coming from because there's no wood notes in the fragrance notes shown, but the main accords do. I see people on Fragrantica who pick up like a woody touch, and I definitely do. So this is a fruity rose musky fragrance. If you love those like shampoo-y type of vibes, check this one out. Good performance for me, no complaints, great scent bubble. I smell it the whole time that I have it on, and it's very flirty and feminine. Next up, I wore one of my favorites, and unfortunately this was limited edition, but I love this. Every time I wear it, it's so good. And my girls compliment me on it because it's just very bubblegummy, flirty scent. This is from Victoria's Secret, and this is TEASE Sugar Fleur. And we are also getting our dent on. Wait, can you see it? It's kind of like a frosted glass, so it's hard to see, but this one definitely gives off like a bubblegum. I don't have anything in my collection that smells like this. It's very bubblegummy, sweet, fun, pink, so good. This one's so good. And this one, you can smell it on you again the whole time that you're wearing it. These fragrances that I've talked about today that I love, these are the types of fragrances that I feel like I don't think I'll ever get tired of. There are some fragrances where I'm like, I'm ready to get rid of that from my collection, but these that I've been talking about, just I enjoy them so much. And that's exactly what I want my collection to feel like. It's just I love everything that I have in my collection. This one is just very easygoing, flirty, bubblegum, candy type of smell, very pink type of smell as well. And I would love to see this come back because I think out of a lot of the fragrances that they have released, this is one that a lot of us would really love to see back. This one has bubblegum, it has apple. Yes, the apple is very prominent as well. And then there's caramel, jasmine, you have amber and sandalwood, which I don't really pick up too much. It's done really nicely. The main note in here that I pick up the most is the apple mixed with the bubble gum. And let me see what people compare this to. So when I run out of this, I think I'm gonna get the Candy Love from Moscata because Fragrantica, people are saying they're similar. So I would love to see, actually I might purchase that before I run out so that I can compare them for you guys. And if for some reason you didn't get a chance to pick this one up, maybe the Escada one smells like it, and then we could have kind of like a dupe. So I am gonna pick that up soon to do that for you guys, because they also said that Eden Juicy Apple smells like it, but I don't think so. They're very different. There is an underlying scent that's similar, but this one's not as musky and it doesn't have like those berries like the Eden Juicy Apple does. So I am gonna pick up that Escada fragrance to see. But if any of you guys do have the Escada perfume, let me know if you have both of these, if they're similar, because this is such a good one. And when I run out, I would like to have something that still has this scent DNA, long lasting again as well, great performance, and very girly and feminine. Next up, I have a story time for you guys. Oh my god, when I tell you what happened to me that day, I was actually like, I cannot wait to tell my girls on YouTube what happened because it was horrible. All right, so here we have Yara by Latafa. I haven't picked this one up since I hauled it like during late summer. I don't remember if I put it in any of my trays, but I know I haven't worn it in a minute. So I was very, very excited to put this on my tray, to put it on. A lot of you guys know that we are a military family. We move around a lot. I've moved to like 3 or 4 different places already, and we moved here to Kentucky last summer. So my driver's license expired at the beginning of the year, and so I did have my Florida driver's license. They didn't want to renew that for me, like over emails and things like that. So I had to go and get one from here. So I got dressed one morning. I did my makeup, light makeup, and put on Yara from Latafa to go to the driver's license place and get my license. So on the way there, I'm like smelling myself. I'm like, ooh, this smells so good. Let me tell you guys what happened. So I'm wearing this fragrance, right? And I'm feeling all like cute to take my picture. I'm wearing Yara, and I sit down, and this place was packed. I mean, it's a driver's license place. I mean, they're always a pain in the butt. Someone sits down next to me. You guys, this person smelled like, I don't even like to say it because I don't want to sound like I'm looking down on the person, but they smelled like pee, along with not taking a shower for like 2 or 3 days. So it was this type of smell that I didn't know what to do. I was trying to like look the other way. I was trying to like, you know, not make the person feel bad because I am not that girl to be mean like that, but I was just like, oh my God, what the hell? So my Yara perfume was mixing with this urine smell, and I was just hating it. It was so gross. So even right now, when I smell it, like if I think about what happened, I could almost smell. I left that place and my husband bought lunch and I couldn't eat my food because my stomach, that has never happened to me before. Like my stomach it just smelled so nasty. So I was wearing Yara, and now I'm just like, I'm gonna have to give it a little break, maybe like a week or two before I pick it back up because, girl. Now, let me tell you something about Yara. Yara to me smells so, so good. It's like a berry smoothie, but this thing right here is so musky. Like it's musk heavy to my nose. So sometimes it could feel a little heavy on the musk. But I will say the performance on this is like, you can't beat this. This is affordable. It lasts the entire day. So I put this on in the morning, did everything that I had to do, came back home, and I was still smelling like it. This has very beautiful notes. There's orchid, heliotrope, tangerine. There's gourmand notes, tropical fruits, vanilla, musk. It is amazing. It's definitely better performing than a lot of the designer fragrances that are being released. So if you're looking for long lasting, very sexy type of fragrance, I have noticed that a lot of people get like Sol de Janeiro vibes out of this, like Charosa 62. I don't know why my nose doesn't pick that up. Yeah, I definitely pick up more like berries and cream musk in here, and then 62 to me is more like pistachio, caramel. So I don't know. Maybe I need to spray them like really side by side to see if I get a comparison. It smells really, really good, but I definitely need to give it a break because just the thought of what happened makes me not. It was so bad. But it was not her fault. It wasn't her fault. But this performance, 10 out of 10, longevity, sillage, scent trail, whatever you want to ask about this one, it's a thumbs up from me. Like it's powerful, it lasts, it smells good. It's just very, very good. So I'm going to be leaving the link for this one in my description box because I did get mine from Amazon. And yeah, really, really good. Moving on, we have Kayali's Eden Juicy Apple. I also wore this one. One of my favorite fragrances. It's just an easy reach. It kind of reminds me of like my high school days with my hair gel and hairspray. It just kind of makes me think about that. It's like a very juicy, berry, fruity scent. Apple, very crisp. Definitely smells like red apple to me. For sure. Oh, I pick up like I've always picked up such a red, crisp, juicy apple with this one. I know some people pick up more of the berries in here, but to me, it's just, I even smell like the skin of the red apple. Like a very watery, crisp red apple scent. This one, the more that I've had it, it does last longer. on me. It lasts a pretty good amount of time, and it just smells really, again, shampoo, took a shower, very girly, flirty, easy to reach scent, everyday type of fragrance. It's very musky as well, but I love this scent. So that is Kayali Eden Juicy Apple. I wore this one a lot. And then here we have Coach Floral Blush. So I wore this one the other night, and you guys, I have been such a lover of this fragrance since I started my channel. And I will say this last time that I wore it, maybe I went a little too heavy with the spray. So that's why I'm not gonna get rid of it, but I need to maybe spray a little less because it got a little screechy on me. It almost gave me a headache, but this is a very nice like spring and summer scent. Is very citrusy, very citrusy to my nose lately. There's also peony in here, which is a really nice, very feminine floral scent. Yeah, it smells so good. I think I just overdid it with the sprays that day because it can get a little sharp because there is grapefruit in here, and grapefruit can be a little sharp in that citrusy way. There's also goji berries in here, which I love how unique that is, with peach and peony, and then you have musk and white wood in the base, which also could be the reason why it got a little too strong for me, because when I wore it, I got a little spray happy. It was cute and everything, but I don't know. I feel like since I almost got a headache from it, it kind of turned me off a little bit, but this is still a really good fragrance. I feel like it's underrated. I don't know why it's coming off a little bit sharper for me now. And I am going to keep it a little bit longer and see if maybe it's just something that I'll get over. But if it continues to smell like that sharp, I don't know what's going to happen. But I have always recommended this fragrance. The grapefruit is really bright and citrusy. It's perfect for spring and summer. Maybe it's just a little too cold outside for this one. So I'll bring it out again this upcoming spring and summer, and maybe I'll enjoy it some more in warmer weather, because I really love this one. I've always said it's a very underrated fragrance and it's affordable. I think you can find it at Fragrance Net, so I'm going to link it as well. Very bright and just easygoing, fresh, happy type of fragrance. And then last but not least, DELINA La Rosee. This is my favorite DELINA that I've tried. It's just fresh. It's a little like aquatic, juicy. The rose is beautiful. It's pink. It's girly. It's almost romantic. It's just so beautiful. This is my definition of what I thought the original DELINA was gonna be, but the original DELINA just has too much spice in there that my nose picks up. DELINA La Rosee is the way to go for me. This has lychee, there's pear in here, watery notes, peony, rose, and then you have like a woody musky base. And like I always tell you guys, if this is too much, like you don't want to spend this much on a fragrance, because I totally get it, I would recommend Chloe EDP. It's kind of like what I would compare this to, the closest fragrance that I've smelled that smells similar. Chloe does have a bit of a more powdery touch, but it still has that aquatic touch to it as well. So it's still very bright and almost watery. Girl next door, almost innocent, but she's still sexy at the same time. It's like she's sexy when she wants to be. Like she still has like an innocent side as well. That's what I love about these fragrances. Very pink, very feminine, beautiful, delicate, flirty. This one has a little bit of like a tart side to it as well. Gorgeous, and the performance is great. It lasts a long time. But again, if you want a more affordable option, a designer option of this, check out Chloe. So that brings me to the end of this perfume tray update. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on these fragrances. If you have them, if you love them, comment down below. Let everyone know your experience with them. And I can't wait to chat with you in the comments section. With that said, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one.